theory of the stone balls is that they were somehow used as star maps, and that they were rolled around and they would show where stars were and their relationship to other areas. Very much like some extraterrestrial map.
Science thrives on evidence and proof, but sometimes archaeologists dig up discoveries that make experts completely rethink what they thought they knew. Ancient artifacts that shouldn't exist, preserved organs that should have rotted away, human remains that rewrite our entire evolutionary timeline. Today, we're exploring 10 archaeological finds that are forcing scientists to reconsider everything from human evolution to what's possible after death. Get ready to question history.
Göbekli Tepe was a game changer, but I think it's a game changer for everything, because Göbekli Tepe, the extraordinary nature of it, we're looking at a major megalithic site which is at least 5,500 years old.
In 1990, archaeologists found a crushed skull in China that nobody could explain. For decades, it sat in storage because it was too damaged to study properly. But in 2025, scientists used advanced scanning to rebuild it digitally. What they discovered shocked everyone. The skull is between 940,000 and 1.1 million years old. Scientists always believed humans, Neanderthals, and Denisovans split from a common ancestor around 500,000 to 700,000 years ago. This skull challenges that completely. It suggests these groups actually diverged over 1 million years ago, pushing back the human evolutionary timeline by 400,000 years. The discovery even hints that human evolution may have happened in Asia, not Africa as previously thought. This changes everything we knew about where we come from. Scientists always believed the brain was the first organ to decompose after death. It's soft, it's wet, and it should liquefy within days. But archaeologists kept finding something strange. In 2024, researchers finished a massive study that shocked the scientific world. They found over 4,400 preserved human brains across 6 continents. Some were 12,000 years old. Over 1,300 of these brains were the only soft tissue left, just rattling around inside skulls. Everything else had rotted away except the brain. Scientists discovered these brains in all kinds of places, from Swedish lake beds to Iranian salt mines to the peaks of Andean volcanoes. How is this possible? Researchers believe there's an unknown preservation mechanism unique to the nervous system. The brain's special ratio of proteins to lipids might create a chemical reaction that makes it last. In 2003, archaeologists opened ancient coffins in China's Tarim Basin and found mummies wearing something bizarre around their necks, small yellowish lumps that looked like pebbles. Nobody knew what they were for 20 years. In 2024, scientists finally cracked the mystery using DNA analysis. It was cheese. Not just any cheese, but Kaifir cheese, and it's 3,600 years old, making it the oldest cheese ever discovered. The ancient people buried this cheese with their dead, suggesting it was precious enough to take into the afterlife. What makes this mind-blowing? Scientists successfully extracted and sequenced bacterial DNA from the cheese. They traced how bacteria evolved over 3,600 years, revealing ancient trade routes and cultural connections across Asia. This opened a window into how ancient people preserved food before refrigeration existed. In 2024, scientists announced something incredible. A painted scene found in a cave on Indonesia's Sulawesi Island is at least 51,200 years old. The artwork shows people hunting pig-like animals. This discovery just destroyed the previous record by over 10,000 years. For decades, textbooks said the oldest cave art was about 8,000 years old. Then researchers found paintings in France that were 32,000 years old. Now this. The painting is over 51,000 years old, created during the Ice Age. It proves that humans had artistic ability and storytelling skills tens of thousands of years earlier than we thought. The artists lived before recorded history, yet they had the creativity and technical skill to paint complex hunting scenes on cave ceilings. What else were ancient humans capable of? In 79 AD, Mount Vesuvius erupted and buried the Roman towns of Pompeii and Herculaneum. The blast was so hot that over 1,800 papyrus scrolls were carbonized instantly, turned into charcoal. For centuries, these scrolls were too fragile to open. Scientists believed the knowledge inside was lost forever. In 2024, everything changed. Using artificial intelligence, researchers successfully read text inside the burned scrolls without unrolling them. They discovered a previously unknown philosophical work discussing music, food, and the color purple. The AI could detect ink on charred paper that human eyes couldn't see. This technology means hundreds of ancient texts that were thought destroyed might actually be readable. We could be on the edge of recovering lost ancient knowledge from Greece and Rome. Scientists always assumed that Stone Age people were primarily meat eaters who hunted animals. Agriculture supposedly started because people wanted to grow plants they already ate. A discovery in Morocco completely flipped this idea. Researchers analyzed 15,000-year-old human bones and teeth from a cave. The results were shocking. The Ibero-Mauritian people ate a mostly vegetarian diet of wild plants for thousands of years, but they never domesticated those plants. They never became farmers. They stayed hunter-gatherers while eating like vegetarians. This challenges the entire theory that plant-based diets lead humans to develop agriculture. These people thrived on wild plants without ever planting a single seed. It forces scientists to rethink how and why farming began. Maybe agriculture wasn't about diet at all. For years, experts believed the Amazon rainforest was always wild and untamed. Growing food there seemed impossible without modern technology. In 2024, laser scanning technology revealed something incredible beneath the trees in Ecuador. Scientists found over 6,000 interconnected earthen platforms dating back 2,000 years. An entire urban complex had been hidden under the jungle. The city featured sophisticated roads, farms, and drainage systems. It was inhabited from around 500 BC to 1500 AD. This discovery proves that ancient Amazonian civilizations were far more advanced than anyone imagined. They built complex cities and managed to farm successfully in one of the world's most challenging environments. It completely changes our understanding of pre-Columbian South America. The Amazon wasn't wilderness. It was home to sophisticated urban societies. Göbekli Tepe in Turkey is already mysterious. It's a 12,000-year-old temple complex built before agriculture even existed. But in 2024, researchers made another breakthrough. They decoded symbols carved into the pillars. The carvings aren't just decoration. They're a calendar recording a comet strike that hit Earth roughly 13,000 years ago. The monument tracks both moon phases and sun cycles, making it the world's earliest lunisolar calendar by over 1,000 years. The comet strike triggered a mini ice age that killed off many large animals. Ancient humans created this monument to mark the event and perhaps document when they shifted from hunting to farming. This challenges our understanding of early human sophistication. They were tracking astronomical events and creating permanent records thousands of years before writing was invented. In 2024, scientists analyzed bone fragments from a site in central Germany. The genetic analysis revealed something shocking. Modern humans reached northern Europe 45,000 years ago. This is thousands of years earlier than previously believed. More importantly, this timing means modern humans and Neanderthals lived side by side in Europe for much longer than we thought. The overlap lasted several thousand years before Neanderthals went extinct. This discovery supports a controversial theory. The arrival of modern humans in Europe might have directly contributed to Neanderthal extinction. Whether through competition, disease, or interbreeding, the presence of our ancestors appears connected to the disappearance of our closest relatives. It's a discovery that raises uncomfortable questions about our own species' impact on others. Technology called LIDAR is revolutionizing archaeology. Aircraft equipped with lasers can scan through dense jungle canopy and detect structures beneath. In 2024, this technology revealed hidden cities that nobody knew existed. Researchers found Maya settlements in Mexico, medieval cities along the Silk Road in Uzbekistan, and ancient ruins in Tonga. The most impressive discovery was in Ecuador's Amazon. The scans revealed a massive landscape of gardens, roads, and rivers built by sophisticated civilizations over 2,000 years ago. These weren't small villages. They were complex urban centers with advanced infrastructure. The discoveries prove that unexplored regions actually held thriving civilizations. LIDAR is showing us that countless ancient sites remain hidden, waiting to challenge what we think we know about human history. These 10 discoveries prove that archaeology isn't about confirming what we already know. It's about constantly questioning and revising our understanding of the past. Every time scientists think they've figured something out, a new find forces them to reconsider. From human evolution to brain preservation to lost cities, these discoveries remind us that our ancestors were more sophisticated, creative, and surprising than we ever imagined. The next discovery could change everything again.